Well, good morning, Wheaton Academy. Welcome to chapel. I hope everyone's doing well. Today in the chapel studio, we have two incredible groups of students. Number one, we have Mrs. Gregerson's pre-calc class. How about a little woot for you? Wow, Miss Gregerson, your class is a little sleepy this morning, but that's all right. That's all right. That's good. And today we have our project lead global team. Come on. Come on. All right. Okay. There we go. As we have talked about in the month of October here on Tuesdays, we're going to talk about how having hope and living hopeful lives changes how we live. And it changes how we make a difference in the world around us. And I'm so excited our global team is going to talk to us today about some things that they're up to and some things that we can be involved in as a school to help us share the hope and the love of Christ around the world. So we're going to turn it over to them. Midair, I'm going to give it to you, my friend. Why don't you pray for us and we'll get going.
Dear God, thank you for this amazing cold day, and thank you for the opportunity to introduce the Wheaton Academy staff and student body to how your work is being done abroad, and I pray that we hold our hope in you and that you help each and one of our Project Lead Global members to remember you and present you well with this chapel. Amen.
Hi everyone, I'm Connor and this is Anna. We want to talk to you guys about Kids Alive and what they do. So Kids Alive is, obviously you all know that they're a mission that the school works pretty closely with on a lot of things. And their mission statement is to rescue and redeem orphans and at-risk children. And this is really important because a lot of the kids come from like really bad situations in their home. And oftentimes they're underfed or have specific medical needs. And Kids Alive helps that. And they help them find a children's home, care center, or school program, or whatever is best fitted to help fit those needs of the child. And another aspect of Kids Alive goes beyond just meeting the physical needs of the child. I mean, obviously we work in close proximity with them, and they're also a Christian organization, and they just help share the love of Christ with those kids, and not only share the love of Christ, but make sure that they can help share that love with others once they have that hope. So obviously this aligns with Wheaton Academy's beliefs and biblical principles.
Yeah, and kind of going off of that, at the beginning of the year, us as a team, we kind of talked about what do we want to do for these kids and like how do we want to reach them and like different ways we can reach the student body and the faculty here. So we kind of came up with 3 key words, and we came up with educate, captivate, and demonstrate. So we want to educate the student body about global missions. And this goes beyond like what's going on around the world and how we can help, yet that is very important, but we also want to educate you all on the children and what their names are and what they like to do and everything about them so that we can show them love. We want to captivate and draw attention to global missions. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but we want to tell you all about everything that's going on around the world and what we can do. And hopefully by educating you guys can have a heart for missions and a drive to help the kids. And then lastly, demonstrate on how to build godly relationships with the kids and the organizations we partner with to complete our goal at the end of the year, which is $12,000, but we'd love to go above and beyond to do an additional project for the kids. So now we'll have a few members of our Project Lead Global share a couple of their experiences in the DR and Haiti.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Wilbur Reyes. I am from a town called Constanza in the Dominican Republic. And I have a few stories that I would like to share with you, so hopefully you resonate with them. So the first story, in 2015, so some of my teammates and I decided to start a baseball ministry because we saw the need for our community to grow. We decided to start a baseball ministry, which we called Christ the King Baseball Ministry, and it would be reflective of who Christ is. We didn't have the equipment, we didn't have the facility, so we communicated with Kids Alive director, Fred O'Brien, who lovingly decided to help us, and not only did he give us the equipment to continue our project, but he also provided us with new coaches, and he also gave us the facilities so that we could practice and share the love of Christ. In 2017, our team had grown from 8 of us to about 100. Now we have about 350 kids that are being taught who Christ is, and they're being provided with values that represent a church that is loving and caring. And hopefully you guys see the need to grow and you will step in to help kids that are in need. And let me tell you that when you decide to help, you're not only helping the kids, you're helping the society and ultimately the country and everybody else around them. The second story is about a friend of mine. His name is Valentin. Valentin was abused by his father since he was a child. He was brought to Kids Alive when he was about 5 years old. And he had a serious mental issue. He couldn't learn things. He couldn't do anything, basically. And, I mean, everybody thought that he couldn't even memorize a Bible verse. Let me tell you what Kids Alive helped him do. He memorized the whole Bible. How amazing is that? Just so that he could recite verses to his friends and even strangers. So this is just an example of stories that you guys help build, and we are so excited for what is coming next, and we hope that you guys continue to share what you have been given. And Valentine now wants to be a pastor, and Kids Alive is willing to pay his education just so that he could continue on with his life despite of the disabilities that he has. We are deeply grateful with you guys as a student body for all the things that you have been doing, and we hope that you continue to help and that you continue to see that there is growth that can happen when you guys step in. And yeah, thank you very much.
Nice job, Wilbur. All right, so I'm up. My name is Corbin Bates. I am also a senior in Project Lead Global. I did not grow up in the DR like Wilbur did, but regardless, Haiti and the DR both have a very special place in my heart. As you saw in the videos, I went to both the locations, sophomore and junior year. I was hoping to go back again this year. Isn't going to happen, unfortunately. But regardless, they both have a very special place in my heart because they taught me something very deep and personal about the love of Jesus. So as a sophomore, when I went to Haiti, as you guys saw in the video, my spiritual walk and journey was not where it should have been, to say the least. I had fallen into what I like to call the hamster wheel of Christianity, where you're just doing and doing and doing and doing, and you don't really know what God's love is like. You're just doing for Him and not even seeing what His love is really like. And I was kind of living in that. When I went to Haiti, something radically changed my mindset, and I couldn't tell you what it was. Maybe it was the amazing staff, maybe it was the kids, maybe my other teammates, maybe Miss Gregerson, she's the best, but I couldn't tell you what it was. But when I went there, something radically changed my perspective of what God's love was and how that affected my life. And it's changed how I've lived from that day on. And it's something that's very special about the ministry of Kids Alive, because everybody goes there, Ms. Gregerson always makes the joke, to try to help the people there. And you end up coming back different, and they change you more than you change them. And that is part of our mission as Project Lead Global. It's not just about trying to get you to raise the money so we can help support our kids there. It's also about bringing the change that they offer us back to our campus and changing all of us so that we also know what the radical love of Jesus is like, because they get it. I was there, I saw it, they get it, and I just pray that we can all get it too. And if you haven't found that radical love of Jesus yet, that love that I found in Haiti that changed my life, I just want to encourage you today to keep looking for it, because it's out there. Because if you're not excited about Jesus, ask yourself, do you really know him? Because there's something so radically amazing about him that makes people all around the world want to follow him all the time. And if you don't know what that is, look for it and find it. I found it in Haiti, and that's why I care so much about the ministry. And Project Lead Global is trying to make that impact come back here and help us support them so they can continue making that impact not only on their kids, but also on their volunteers. So that's just my prayer for you guys, and that's what Kids Alive does. That's all I have to say.
Hey Wheaton Academy, my name is Alexandra Osorio, and I just want to share my experience with Kids Alive with you guys. So technically this isn't my personal experience, but my 2 cousins gave me permission to share their story with you guys. So in 2010, my family living in Colombia at the moment, they heard about the Kids Alive International organization. Right away, when they heard about this organization, they started to do research just because they just felt like God was really calling them to join the mission and help these kids. So my family, as soon as they figured it all out and learned about Kids Alive, they began to sponsor 2 little girls, Sudoki and Lucy. These 2 girls lived in extreme poverty to the point where they did not have any food or shelter. They were eating food off the ground that was left behind by people, or they were eating even dirt. This was their everyday lives until they were introduced to the Kids Alive organization. My 2 little cousins described meeting these people as, wow, God sent angels down to help us. And they explained to me they just cried and they just thanked the Lord for Kids Alive, and because without them, they said they would have never gotten to really know who God was, and they wouldn't have had shelter, and they would have probably died from starvation. So after a while, my family and these 2 little girls wrote back to each other every single day, just communicating, and these 2 little girls would tell my family of the things they'd accomplished and how far their relationship had come with God. And so one day, my family decided to go down to their country and to meet them. And so I got a phone call, and it turns out that they decided that they were going to adopt them. This was an incredible decision that sparked everyone at the moment, and the family of these 2 little girls at the moment, they wanted everything for their 2 girls. They wanted them to have a bright future. They wanted them to continue to grow in their love with God, and they just felt that would be the best decision for them to come back with my family to Colombia than to later on move to the United States. So yeah, thank you for listening to my 2 cousins' story of how they came to be my cousins and just how Kids Alive just changed their lives forever. So now we're going to introduce the kids.
All right, so like she said, we're now going to introduce the kids. I'm Cora, that's Annabella, and that's Andrea. So the teachers were all given note cards for you before chapel. So please teachers, can you hand those out to your students? And students, what we want you to do with the note cards is as we're talking, if like a child stands out to you or one of their prayer requests or something about them, please just write their name down and pray for them. So our first kid is Angel. Angel is in 9th grade. His favorite subject is math. He's very joyful, and he loves to be with his friends. He wants to be a soccer player, and he really enjoys playing soccer, and he just wants you to pray for him. Our next kid is Carlos. Carlos is in 4th grade. He really enjoys math. He's very gentle and smart. He wants to be a teacher when he gets older, and he really likes bicycling, and he prays that Haiti will change. So then we have Christella. Christella's in 7th grade. She really likes speaking French. She's gentle, brave, and happy. She wants to be a dancer when she's older, and she loves playing soccer, and she wants you to pray for her to be smarter. Next, we have Claudia. She's in 3rd grade, and her favorite subject is art. She is very happy and likes to help everybody. When she's older, she wants to be a doctor, and she really likes dancing. Her prayer request at the time when they sent us this was for her cold. She probably doesn't have one at the moment, so maybe just pray for her health. So now we have Donna. Donna is in 5th grade. She really likes math. She has a hard exterior, but thrives when she's given positive attention. She wants to be a doctor, and she likes to run, and she likes the swings. She wants us to pray for the homeless and that God will provide them with shelter and food. So next we have Darlene. She's in 6th grade. Her favorite subject is math. She's quiet and obedient in class and is becoming more interested in her friends. When she grows up, she wants to be a doctor. She really likes playing tag, and she wants us to pray for her family. Doris is in 11th grade. She really likes gym class. She loves to chat with her friends and is very obedient. When she's older, she wants to be a physical therapist. She really likes talking with her friends, and her prayer request is for her mom and sister to come to know God. Next, we have Edelie. Edelie's in 4th grade. He likes math. He's very calm and friendly. When he's older, he wants to be a pastor. He really likes to jump rope, and he just wants us to pray for Haiti.
So my name is Andrea, and I'll be introducing the next set of kids. So next we have Francisco. He's in grade 11. His favorite school subject is natural science. Though he is a bit shy, he has made some pretty deep friendships. He wants to, his favorite activity is soccer, and that has influenced him to want to become a soccer player. And his main prayer request is for his family and the football project. Next, we have Geslin. He is in grade 4. His favorite subject is physical education. He is wise, and one of the things he wants to do when he grows up is be a musician. His favorite activity is soccer, and he prays for his own education. Next, we have Harol. He has graduated, but his favorite school subject was chemistry. He is quite a young adult, and he is a trusted friend and very responsible. His favorite activity is basketball, and that he prays for, one of the things you can do to pray for him is that he never separates from God and that he continues on his faith journey. Next, we have Curvins. He's in grade 9. His favorite school subject is social studies. He's very wise and smart and handsome. One of the things he wants to do when he grows older is be a teacher. His favorite activity is soccer, and he just prays that he will become smarter. Next, we have Leonard. He is in grade 7. His favorite school subject is math. He's very loving and gentle, and one of the things he wants to do is be a pastor. His favorite activity is doing soccer, and he prays that he will be better in school and that God will continue to bless him and his family. Next, we have Lorraine. She is in grade 6. She loves doing math, and she loves to share with her classmates some things about herself and just to read the Word of God. One thing she wants to do when she grows older is to be a doctor. Her favorite activity is the game of tag, and she requests that you pray for her family. Next, we have Maudlin. She's in grade 9. Her favorite school subject is science. She is very wise and studious, and one of the things she wants to do when she grows older is be a nurse. Her favorite activity is soccer, and she requests that her parents will move into a different house. Lastly, we have Machias. He is in grade 4. His favorite school subject is art. He is very obedient, quiet, and has a beautiful smile, as you can probably tell by the picture. One of the things he wants to do when he grows older is be a pilot. He loves doing soccer and basketball, and he prays that for his family.
Hi guys, I'm Annabella. This is Cedric. He's an 8th grader. He is serious, patient, and loving. He loves soccer, and his prayer request is that he would be smarter and better at soccer. This is Samuel. He is a 4th grader. He is described as prudent, quiet, and calm. He likes soccer, tag, and his prayer request is that he would stay a Christian. This is another Samuel. He is a 9th grader. He is handsome, wise, and hardworking. He wants to be an electrician, and his prayer request is that he would stay healthy. This is Steve. He likes math. He is wise and polite. He wants to be a plumber when he's older, and his prayer request is that he would do well in school. This is his twin brother, Stevenson. He is a 6th grader. He is smart, wise, and polite. He wants to be an agronomist, and he likes soccer, and his prayer request is that he would do better in school. Slowly is a 7th grader. He is happy, brave, and calm. He wants to be a doctor, and he likes soccer, and his prayer request is that this school year would go well and that his country would change and grow in wisdom. And this is Wilson. He is a 10th grader. He wants to be an engineer. He likes soccer, music, and he prays that his relationship with God would grow stronger. And last but not least, we have Adoni. He's a 1st grader. He is happy, helpful, and diligent. He wants to be a soldier, and he likes music and drawing. His prayer request is that his father would get a better job.
Thank you for watching. Not that you had a choice, but we hope you learned something, and we hope that this showed you how much we want to do for these kids and what we've been doing for the past long time. And first of all, I want to thank you very much for all the fundraisers that we did during homecoming. I congratulate the Wheaton Academy student body on raising over $6,000 in the penny wars, despite the coin shortage. So that has been incredible, and more that we could ask for in like 7 days. So we want to thank you for that. And if you're interested in giving or in sharing, you can talk to any of us Project Lead Global members or Ms. Johnson and Mrs. Gregerson. And in the future, we hope to hold more fundraising events, and we just hope that you got this chapel has placed something in your hearts, and that you somehow see a kid and you would like to share something with them and with the Kids Alive. And in the future, we're going to have a offering. Probably it's going to be next semester, and maybe if you want to share, you'll have to save a little bit more from now. Maybe it'll mean one less Starbucks a week, or you'll have to not buy a latte now and then. But we just hope that this has been educational, and this has planted something in your hearts, and that you see that we're doing this for God and how this is helping us as well as a community. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.